Hey, before I get to anything else, right now, I want to talk to you about some very serious, like it's a pretty serious thing. Like this is like it kind of goes back to like everything that existence is right now. And I know you're gonna be like, that's a little okay. Slow down. No, but it's this is I don't maybe I'm off base on this, maybe I'm not, but I'm going to talk about it. There's this thing in my life that I have discovered that is it's that email. That email is that email that is going to change my life in some huge way that is incredible. And every time I open my Gmail account, I somewhere in my body, even if it's just like in the middle of the day, somewhere in my body, I'm thinking maybe this is the day that I'm going to get that email. And it's hard for me right now because like right now I've actually got a book out there that I wrote and that I've sent emails out to like people who hopefully will want to be my agent. They don't seem to. So every time I open my email, I think, is that email going to be there? And how do we deal with that email? How do we deal with this constant disappointment? I don't know. It's hard. Like, is this a new thing? Like, back in the 50s where people were like, I'm just waiting to get in. I'm going to go to the letterbox and open it up, and there's going to be a thing from the president saying that I'm the new head of everything. Is that the kind of thinking that went on then? It's not. And then back further, it's like, okay, here comes the Pony Express. They're going to bring me something, and I'm going to get some land with gold on it. But we all kind of, in our hearts, think that the greatest thing in the world is just right around the corner, and we're just waiting for it. And that's a good thing. Hope is a great thing. Like, if you start feeling like you don't have hope, then that's bad. Because hope is an important thing for people to have in their life. So if you start opening your email and you're just like, I know it's just going to be like another fucking, thing from my mom, or like somebody trying to get me to invest in their business in Nigeria, it's like, if that's how broken you are, then that sucks. Because that email, let's all like give a fucking thumbs up to whoever invented email, because this shit is fantastic. It's like instantaneous greatness. If Bill Gates in his house right now is like, Bill Gates in his house right now just suddenly saw my video and said, I like this video. I'm going to send Kevin in LA a message. And I would open my email and it would be bing, Bill Gates, whatever. Hi, I really liked your video. That would be one of those that email situations, right? I mean, he's not going to do that because the other problem with email is that it's so big now. The biggest problem with our society right now is that we've got so much information out there. I wrote this great book, but like, so did, everybody else, because it's so easy to do. Writing is hard because it's easy. But that's neither here nor there. I mean, it's sort of like involved with it, but like, that's the thing. We've got this society where now we're all just kind of like, I can't filter through the bullshit to find the good stuff. And I just don't bother. That's why I send out messages to people on Twitter who are like not famous, but like semi-famous, and they don't write back to me, and I don't fucking, go psycho and like stalk them because I understand that shit doesn't work like that. Because you can't filter through everything. I know that what I'm saying is important, but they don't know that. Because most of the shit that people say is not important. I'm sorry, guys. Most of the shit you guys say is not important. It's really not. Like, most of the shit you guys like talk about and worry about is not that important. And like, we have to like sift through it to like find like one or two people like that we can like get with, because if you can find one person or 10 people or 25,000 people that get you, then that's great. But like, it's hard because now there are billions of people and everybody's sending, like right now, wouldn't a terrifying thought be like, what if all the information that was going around in the world suddenly, like all the wireless shit suddenly took like actual physical form and it turned into like metal? We would just be sliced to ribbons in a millisecond. Everybody, because this shit is flying around all the time. That's a horrifying thought. Oh, please don't do that. Whatever, if there's a God, please don't do that just to show, like, oh my God, that would be terrifying. It would just be over in a second. But, like, and I'm keeping these things to 10 minutes. So I got a couple minutes left. And actually, this, I could have stopped because this, but I'm making my point. The point is that that email is not going to come for everybody. It's just not. But it might come for you. Or it might come for you. But it's not going to come for everybody. But keep hoping and keep trying. As long as we keep hoping and trying, we're good. Once we stop and just like, that's the thing. Once we stop trying and hoping, then we're fucked as a species, as a humanity. And that's what I see is happening in like with our president. He's not, there's conservatives, they just want shit to stop. They want shit to have stopped in 1957 or 1962 when Dobie Gillis was on, when all the worst person in the world was Maynard G. Krebs, played by Gilligan's Island guy, and like that was like as difficult as life got. But that shit is not how it works. We are in like some desperate shit right now because the conservatives got in charge and they're ruining everything. I mean, it's like a dark time right now. It's seriously dark. And hate me for saying it, I hate you for doing it. So whatever, I mean, I wish we could talk about it, but you're not going to talk to me because who am I? But at least I'm talking. And that's the thing. So that one email that you're waiting for, it's not going to come to you until you start talking. You can't wait for that email. And I might be talking about bigger things than I think that I am. But like, that email is out there, but you got to find it, I'm afraid. It's not just going to come to you. And that's what I'm learning. Like, I thought I would write a book, and it would be like, woo, hey, here you go, book. Hey, now you're rich and famous. No. Nobody gives a shit that I wrote a book. I'm like having to work my ass off now. I'm working harder than I've ever worked in my life. I'm working harder than I worked at the NSF when I was actually doing shit for the country. Anyway, it's at 10 minutes. So just find, you're going to have to find it yourself. So I'll see you in the funny papers. I love you guys. We're done.